Hello and welcome to your weekly card pull. My name is Alexa and today I'm doing a reading for the week of November 2nd through November 8th of 2025. For this week's reading, I pulled from the Earth Warriors Oracle deck. I pulled two cards that are absolutely beautiful. The first card that I pulled was the card of Pachamama, and the second card that I pulled was the card of White Buffalo Woman. I'm going to start out with the Pachamama card and then move into the second one. So with the card of Pachamama, one main message or theme for this week ahead is accepting diversity and accepting the totality of our experience, the totality of ourselves, and the totality of our lives. If you are someone who tunes into readings often, you may find that this is a theme that is reoccurring because change is the nature of life. It is one of the only things that is a constant. Change is a constant in our lives. And with the card of Pachamama, we are being encouraged to embrace the season of something falling away and something else being born or something else coming into life in its place. A big message with this card though is to not hold back from what is happening, to not hold back from the changes that you are or may be experiencing or the changes that are unfolding in your life, because if these changes are happening, it is because they are necessary and they are needed. Even if in your brain you do not deem it as such, you do not believe that these things are necessary, you think that they are inconvenient or annoying or challenging or upsetting, whatever your experience may be of certain events or changes that are happening or unfolding in your life, Pachamama comes with the message to embrace these changes and that they are happening for a purpose. Things need to change, so let them. It may seem chaotic or overwhelming now. However, when you realize that you don't need to figure it all out, you will relax, allowing the wisdom of what is happening at a deeper level to unfold. You may feel overwhelmed. You may feel like you're juggling a lot of projects. You may feel like things are changing, things are happening. There's a lot of movement. There's a lot of developments. There's a lot of growth maybe. Again, this element of change and shifting, whether this is in a way that you experience abundance, an abundance of priorities, an abundance of joys, an abundance of excitements, an abundance of emotions, whether that's easy emotions or hard emotions, there is either some kind of abundance factor, again, change in the way of amplification, or there may be change in the way of minimization or a loss or grieving something or something falling away, projects falling away, and the experience of that emotionally may be very abundant and that you're experiencing emotions around these changes. Everything is energy, so the energy isn't going away. It's just shifting or morphing into something different. And Pachamama comes with the encouragement for you to trust that you have your own back, you have what it takes to deal with these changes, to work with these changes, and also there is someone out there looking out for you. This oracle indicates that peace and harmony will eventually triumph over challenge and conflict, bringing about a new way of life, which brings me into the next card I pulled, which is that of the White Buffalo Woman. And this card speaks specifically to the beginning of a more harmonious cycle, especially after change or after a season that may have been particularly difficult. So for those of you who feel like you have been overwhelmed and you have been dealing with a lot of challenges and you have been facing things that feel dark and hard and heavy and confusing, this card is a sign that things are turning around for the better. I will read directly from the book with this one. Have hope, for you are pure of heart, and White Buffalo Woman appears as a divine sign of rebirth and harmony. She is a way shower who lives as one with great spirit, and she teaches the practices that will free and empower us all. This is the birth of something new, even if it feels more so like the death of something old or the loss of something. And even if it doesn't, it may not feel that way to you. It may feel like a very vibrant and fresh, just speaking to like the colors of this deck, there is a lot of color and excitement and vibrancy that you may be experiencing, and maybe you have been experiencing this for a while. Whatever stage of life you're in though, the White Buffalo Woman signifies hope and reunion after challenging or dark times. Even if like this may have been micro challenging time, like within the last couple of days, this may be on a macro level, as in like maybe the last few years or even decades have felt particularly heavy for you, and something is now opening up. The guinea are screaming outside, and we do not need that right now. Maybe something is opening up and you're being invited to sort of step into this new chapter that feels abundant and diverse and full. I'm getting the word like full and richness. I'm so sorry about these birds. They are screaming outside. But there is a richness of life and a vitality of life that you might be noticing. I need to shut this window. I don't even know if that made a difference, but we'll see. Either way, whatever you're moving into in this week ahead, it does seem like there are some changes that are happening. Do not resist those changes, even if at first they feel scary or overwhelming or you feel confused about what's happening. Spirit has got your back. Pachamama has got your back. trust in the diversity of life, including the diversity of your own resources, your own experiences, and embrace that diversity. Embrace the highs as well as the lows. Embrace the fact that some days it's gonna feel easy and some days it's gonna feel really fucking hard. And that is kind of the nature of life and is something that we as humans have a beautiful gift in being able to experience. It's not all unicorn farts and butterflies and sunshine and daisies. So there is value in the lower, deeper, more challenging experiences that maybe some aspect of you is trying to avoid or wants to avoid. But the more that you can embrace those and accept them, and the less you can resist them, again, what you resist persists. So if you can, instead of resisting it, accept it just 10% more every single moment, every single day, you might find that this process of surrender becomes very freeing for you and actually helps with this initiation into a more beautiful, open, loving, and connective experience of yourself and your life and your relationships. So I hope that this was helpful. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. You can shoot me a message directly on Instagram or drop a comment below at alexab.alchemy. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please make sure that you do so. I post these videos every single week, so if you found it helpful, also feel free to share it with somebody and make sure that you give it a little thumbs up if it resonated, just so that I know that these readings are hitting home. All right, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love you, and I will see you next week. Bye.